Alright, got the Axial SCX10 3 here, and I got everything's pretty much set with the exception still got to work on the front mounts. But so I didn't want to have to put the body mounts through those shock tower hole thing mount holes, and then have to drill new holes in the body. And then this way too, which is the way I end up doing it, allows me to, if I wanted to down the road, buy another body in good shape and a brand new body, and then mount it like this, clipless or hidden clips, so that it's cleaner looking on top. Or I could just repair the holes from this one, clean them up, and you won't notice them. But anyway, I digress. On to the next topic, but about what I did and how I did it. So this is the actual the SCX10 no, I'm sorry, the SCX10 3 Wrangler body mounts, how they mount underneath the vehicle. And what I did, these were mounted a lot closer on the Wrangler body, and they were mounted to a little bracket on the back. This being a Injura hard body, and having these holes here where the bumper mount goes through, it worked out perfect. All I had to do was make these here pieces of these angle brackets out of metal, which I made. I cut out of a piece of a trunk. I made cardboard templates to the shape that I needed, and let me give you a better idea how all this works. So I'll put this over here. All right, so I could still utilize the stock bumper mount, body mounts on the bumper to that. I made these here brackets out of metal, which I cut into the shape and then bent that corner like I did here. And then I had drilled one hole on this top on each side. I utilized the stock hole. I cut the brackets too short on the bottom, so I couldn't use the bottom. So what I did is I put another screw, a machine screw and nut over here. So instead of having two mounting holes, bolts to hold it in place from top to bottom, it's back to forth, which still gives it plenty of strength and rigidity. It's not going anywhere. But I gotta tighten things down still and whatnot. But this is it's a very strong setup, because obviously it's metal. It's a thick metal too, from an old classic car, a trunk lid to a old classic car, not none of that thin sheet metal used on newer junk cars. But anyway, cut it to shape, and then marked where I wanted to put my holes. There's the holes there, then there's the other one there. You can see the other screw right down in there. Two machine screws there, and then the one back there so far going into the right here into the bumper bracket, which comes out back here. Now I can trim these, make them shorter, but I don't know, for now, since this body is already damaged, I got some scratches, I might keep these a little longer and put a little locking nut on the end, so it's helps give it a little more extra strength and rigidity. Not that these need extra strength and rigidity, because they're pretty damn strong as it is now. But or like I said, you leave them in, because I'm still good. This is still going to be a trail truck. It's going to be out on the trails and whatnot. But this is what I did for this mounting system. So now, instead of utilizing holes like I did before, if I really wanted to, I could mold those holes closed now when I redo this body. But this allows me to use the Axial SCX10 3 lower body mounts that go to the bumpers. So that sets there for the rear. I gotta unbolt them, throw some quick coat of paint on them or whatever, so they don't rust or whatever. Then for the front, what I did is I utilized the front radiator from the Wrangler, the SCX10 3 Wrangler radiator, And I use these plastic bushings, spacer bushings, to space it out to where I needed to the wheelbase. The body was satin right to the wheelbase. And this is just going through to the grill for now. And that line, those tabs there line up perfectly with these bumper mounts. Only thing I gotta still figure out with this is I gotta either find longer machine screws that stick out the other side here, so I could put a locking nut on there as well, or if I want to be ghetto, which I don't, but it pretty much half of this is kind of ghetto wise, but then I don't quite frankly care or give a crap anyway. But I could use a wood screw and stick it through, but I'd like to, I'm going to leave it for now, and eventually I'm going to try and get a longer machine screw so I can put the nut on there and it'll clamp this together nice and tight and hold it right in place and good, because this grill's already broken off a bunch of times, but being that I work at a body shop, it allows me to get good strong holding glue like that. This glue here is meant for holding metal quarter panels to cars. So I think it's going to be more than strong enough for this plastic body. If it's good enough to hold metal quarter panels on, it's going to be more than good enough for this little plastic body. But it works out good and everything lines up nice, so watch this. Bam. See, like I said, fit perfectly right where it needs to be. The wheelbase is good. A little tight, a little more to the back here. I could kind of adjust that with the with the links probably. But when it squirts, when you kind of bring the suspension down, it kind of moves, I think, forward a little anyway. But yeah, whole point is body mounting. But getting back to that, as you can see, there, everything lines up perfect. And like I said, these are metal, so this is very strong, stronger than regular plastic. But I'm very happy how that came out. So now that this is all set, and for now at least with the front, but eventually I'm gonna get stronger as well. But I'm happy I was able to use the Axial SCX10 Wrangler body mounting setup down there in for the front and on the back. Like I said, I had to just get a little creative. Cardboard's cheap to free, so you know we've always got cardboard lying around somewhere, so you know it doesn't hurt. Draw out what's in your mind on the cardboard template, and then transfer that cardboard template to the metal, cut it out, and make what you got to make. That's all there is to it. That's going to be extra strong. So I'll take this back apart, pop these off, put a coat of paint on them, and the back will be done for good, and the front will be done for now. But that's that. Peace out.